Hello and welcome to Hyping Tech. Today we've got a bit of a party for you. Just making sure we're nice and clear on the live stream, which we seem to be doing good on. Yes, okay. So, Lord of the Rings, Tonzi.
Yes.
Lord of the Rings. You're a bit of a Lord of the Rings fiend, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, name me some characters from Lord of the Rings. Do it.
Legolas, Aragorn, Frodo, Sauron, Saruman, Gandalf the Grey.
Okay, good. Well done. Now, as we're hyping tech, name me some tech from Lord of the Rings. I made a bit of a boo-boo because I asked Reddit tech, but thinking about it, you said to me, go on, what was it that you said to me about technology and Lord of the Rings? Because I haven't watched any of the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Ring is basically like magic. It's
Yes.
magical items in the movie,
Mhm.
but also outside of the movie, there are some we don't know. There probably will be some electronics that are going on. Like some of them are like green screen, that's electronic. When they're fighting, like Gandalf, when he uses his stick, there's some magic between that, but that's probably just some sparks flying around.
Yes. So, because it was set in a different era, technically there won't be any technology.
No.
Is basically what you kind of said to me.
Yes.
Which makes sense. So I thought, okay, you know what? I just made a fool of myself on Reddit because I asked him about technology. But okay, this is what I asked. Can I pick your brains about Lord of the Rings tech, please? I asked this to 382,023 people. I got 8 comments, so thank you guys. You let me know at least something. So I asked, I know there will be some experts on the Lord of the Rings. They refer to it as LOTR.
Yes,
that's like a bit of a nugget of information. They do get a special sign. We've got a signboard set up now, haven't we? No?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Well, that was a bit low. Is the volume a bit high? Is that going higher? Okay, try it again.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
There we go. So we've added a bit of sound effects into this bad boy now. So I want to hear your opinion. Can you help me to compile a list of tech, or what in Lord of the Rings would be considered tech? I want to do some research on all the gadgets and tech used in the film world. Okay. The blasting fire. What's that sounds?
The blasting fire.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings blasting fire. Let me check this out. Let's go LOTR. Because I'm a bit of a noob to Lord of the Rings, this might help me.
Oh, the blazing fire.
Yeah. What is that? What's tech?
The blasting fire. It's probably.
Oh, yes, blasting. Oh, you said that wrong.
Yeah. It's I think it's something to do with the tower where the eye is. I think.
Oh yes, you're right.
Sauron.
Okay, I've put a picture up of it. So
Yes.
it's basically the tower and it's got the all-seeing
blasting
eye.
ball. Yes.
Is that tech?
It's gotta be tech. It's probably like propanes and like lighter. Well, even that lighter fluid. But that's not more tech. That's more like it's a gas.
Isn't it powered by something which then it
Yes,
beams
yes,
out
yes.
and it, you know, them, when they're making the digging and mining and stuff, it powers up all that work they're doing because the eye does a beam. I remember that bit of it.
Yes.
So in theory, it's like a Tesla.
Yeah.
You know, bzz,
Yeah.
find. Okay,
Telsa actually.
say that wrong.
Telsa. Rewind.
Tesla.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we got that right. Rewind. That's exactly like me. Do that again.
Yeah. Rewind.
Well, it is me. Obviously, it's going to sound like me. Okay. Saruman's forces used to blow up part of the walls.
Saruman's for. Yes, I think these. Saruman. It's his orcs, I think.
So, did they have like some kind of tool? Okay, what device did Saruman use to destroy the wall of Helm's Deep? Need an army, but is there an image? Is it like a?
I think it was a metal dragon, I think, and he used it to go through the doors, not the wall, I think.
Okay, Saruman is like the Gandalf equivalent.
No, he's more powerful than Gandalf, but Gandalf becomes powerful in Lord of the Rings Part 2, and he becomes a white Gandalf.
So Gandalf is a good guy.
Yeah,
And
Saruman was a good wizard, but he turned evil because he the ball that Basically, he summoned Sauron onto the tower because there's two
Okay.
towers. One of them is his, and the other is the all-seeing eye.
Oh, okay. Obviously, forging, casting, welding, etc., and all sorts of metal crafting and associated tech, mining, refining, tempering, hardening, alloying. Okay, because I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, I need to watch Lord of the Rings. You know what we'll do? We'll do a trade off. I'll watch Lord of the Rings when you watch that film I've been telling you to watch that you've never
Enemy of the
watched.
State.
What's it called?
Boom!
Enemy of the State.
Yes, exactly. So once you watch Enemy of the State is when I'll watch Lord of the Rings. Okay, so obviously, okay, so what? How forging, casting? What is it? What does that play?
Forging is basically metal that you hammer into shape and keep continuously putting
Yes.
into lava, not lava, but stones.
How does that make up the story? What part of the story is that in? Is it like when do they do that?
Well, forging is an actual another thing because in the movie it's title itself says Lord of the Rings. There are all of them are kings. There were elves that were kings and queens, and they were all casted or forged a ring. So there were 7 humans that wore rings, 4 dwarves, and I think 8 elves. So they were all kings and queens that were wearing. That's why it's called Lord of the Rings.
Ah, okay.
But there was one that was powerful than all of them, and that's the ring that is shown in there. The one that Sauron created.
So based on this, 19 of these rings were made by the 11 smiths of Eragon,
Yes.
led by. Okay, so they made them, they hid them. People are mining to find them.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I'm getting a bit more. I might not need to watch the film after this, mate. Okay, so we're pretty advanced, at least in some cultures. For example, in Unfinished Tales, the feared steel bows of Numenor. Numenor? Have I said that right? Numenor. Numenor were mentioned.
Numendo or something. I
Okay.
can't see, so I don't know.
That degree of spring tempering for lightweight weapons, you might see on my live stream if you got it in your phone. Well, yeah, maybe. The people of Gondor have used to have skills in shaping and building with huge quantities of stone that may surpass our technology. What? Gondor have used to have skills in shaping and building with huge quantities of stone, so they
Yes.
made stuff from stone.
Yeah.
But then but stone. How technically advanced can you go with stone? You can make buildings, but you can't make like.
Well, probably in the story it's more advanced than other people like the elves.
Oh, okay.
But even that, the dwarves were more advanced than any of them in there because they were the ones that were lived in under rocks and mountains. They had diamonds and
There are various lost arts around. For example, the planters are.
planter. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the bowl that Saruman you controlled, and then Sauron turns him evil.
Oh, okay. I mean, you know what? Is there a way I can give me a summary of Lord of the Rings? What is it about, start to finish?
It's basically about a nephew that finds is passed down a ring from his uncle and is set out to on an adventure. Gandalf visits him and tells him you need to go here, and he finds a ring on his doorstep. But Gandalf wants to get rid of it, so they have to venture to a lava where it was forged and throw it, and it will basically be erased.
Okay. What I've done is I've searched this. Let me see if this makes me any. Law of Noobs was created to make the law in World of Warcraft. Is it something else?
That's something else.
Or Lord of the Rings?
It's basically that his uncle had a ring
Mhm.
in The Hobbit, which is a newer movie that's out, but it is set before Lord of the Rings. Basically, he finds a ring with Gollum. He takes it off him, and then he becomes into a beast because it turns him into something. Gandalf sees it, and he worries about his best friend. So he gets the ring off him, and he goes, "You need to venture down to where it was created and basically destroy it." And it takes them 3 years to get there
Oh.
because there's 3 movies and it takes them a bit of time. In every single movie, it gets you one step closer to the mountain where it was forged.
Which Lord of the Rings is the best one? Or do you have to
Well,
watch them in order?
If you have to watch them in order, but it starts off with him settling in his own era and then him venturing out. The first is basically about him in his hometown.
Mm.
The second is him on the adventure. The third is when he destroys it and the battle, basically.
So I don't know. Maybe Lord of the Rings technology is not a good one for hyping tech then, because we can't really get any tech out of it apart from those.
The dwarves are probably good because they use mining shafts. Because they were basically they used to live under mountains, and then they had these mining shafts that used to get gold, diamonds, and everything. That's why they were more technically advanced, more than elves and
Oh.
men, because men were mainly swordsmen, dwarves were more mining, and the elves were more bows.
Okay, so if I was to say what's the best scene in Lord of the Rings, I want to see it now on YouTube. Which bit would I check out? Only be about 20 seconds, so I just have a quick look. Something that would get me to watch it.
When the Nazgul, when Gandalf, type in Gandalf versus Nazgul.
Okay, versus Saruman.
Saruman, yeah, yes, that's a
Okay,
good scene.
let's try that. To fight scene from Fellowship of the Ring. Okay, let's have a quick look at that. Wait for that ad to go. Okay, so there were some various comments. Wine raiders have chariots.
Wine it is.
Wine raiders have chariots. Riders.
Oh, the raid. No, wait.
It's like Harry Potter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that kind of. It's got its own
Harry
world.
Potter is more wizardry.
Yeah.
This is more. This is more talking about stuff that won't actually happen.
Oh,
Because
right.
well, it has happened.
Okay.
It's mainly just a fancy fairy tale, basically. Harry Potter is more. It's set in real life,
Yeah.
and they go to a different area where it's
Yeah, like a different
yeah,
area.
basically live a normal human life, but then they go to a school that's full of wizards and stuff.
Okay.
This is mainly just adventure and stuff that they have to fight.
Okay. I think we covered Lord of the Rings tech fairly well, thanks
Yeah.
to God, I can't say that. Inconsequential
Inconsequent, delicious.
Inconstellentialicious.
Inconsequential.
Yes, he basically applied out of all those people that being saying, "Oh, why are you asking this question? Why are you asking this question?" And then at least him and actually a few others gave us some good advice. So
Thank you for that.
Thank you, and that was Lord of the Rings. We'll do a better job when I actually watch it.
Yes.
When you watch when
I watch
you don't know the name of it.
Enemy of the State.
Exactly.
Where's the
Enemy
lamb
The
sauce?
State.
sauce.